Hi, Eryn. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Matt?
Good, thanks. Hey, everybody. It is Thursday. It is the 14th of December. That means we have 11 days left till Christmas. And as promised, I really wanted to take these next couple weeks and introduce you to some pretty special people, Eryn being one of them. And I wanted to interview them so you could hear 100% real life stories of people who have really wrapped their arms around their health and moved it forward. And Eryn has a significant story. And so I'm going to ask her a few questions today because I want you all to hear this because there's, the what we're talking about when we talk about health transformations is not just weight loss. Even though that's a significant part of it, what we're really talking about is how do I put a structure in place in my life so that when I accomplish the goal, how do I stay at that place? And it's always we have to contend for ourselves, just like I've been talking about. But Eryn's story is cool. So with that said, Eryn, thank you for doing this with me today. I do
Sure,
appreciate
no
it.
problem.
So Eryn, how long ago did you start your program?
I started about a year and a half ago. I started in the summer of 2016, I believe.
Okay. So tell everybody how much weight you lost.
Um, I lost 100 from my heaviest weight. I lost 115
Yeah.
pounds.
Wow. Um, and you contended and just kept working at your goal. And how long
Mhm.
did it take you to achieve that 115-pound weight loss?
It took me a little over a year. I'd say a year and like a month. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks. So
Yeah.
was it hard?
You cut out on that. I missed that. Your question.
Was it hard?
Yeah. There's no, yeah, I struggled a lot, especially in the beginning. I would say the first month or two I had a really hard time, but I was determined to get this weight off once and for all. And definitely the first week was the hardest part, but I think after that, I'm one of those people that I like to follow the rules. I like a schedule. I like to stay, do the same thing every day. I'm very routine. This program was the perfect fit for me because of that. I was doing the 5-in-1s. I was eating the same time every day. I was eating the same, the meals, the replacements. And so for me, it was very straightforward and I like a plan. So that's definitely, I found my niche and found the program that works for me.
So when you say hard, hard was not that the program was hard, it was that life for you for lots of years had been a certain way.
Yeah.
Breaking those habits into a new habit pattern the first couple months
Hmm.
was 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 the part that was the hardest to work on, wasn't it?
Yes, my mind, definitely.
Yeah,
And
it's
I dove right into the Dr. A's book, and that I feel like after I read that, after a couple of months, after reading through most of it, that's when my head changed, definitely.
and I remember talking to you, and I can remember when that shift happened.
Hmm.
Very cool. So so 13 months, 115 pounds, a little difficult the first couple months. You had you know what? Uh, did you believe it was going to happen in the beginning? 100%. Did you believe you're going to get there?
um, it took me a while. It took me a while to realize that I was going to get there. It, I think in the beginning I was very apprehensive because I'd been a yo-yo dieter and I'd been overweight since I was 10 years old. And I thought if I can't do this program, then I'm going to be obese for the rest of my life. So I think a lot of it had to do with my husband was very, very supportive. My family was very, very supportive. My sister is also part of Optavia. And so we had a lot, we had each other. So I think without that support, it would have been a lot more difficult, but it definitely, the first few weeks were rough and I wasn't sure, but I stuck with it.
Good. Well, I appreciate you. I want you to, I'm asking you these questions because I want people to hear the whole story, because you said something that was really key in this conversation so far. And the battle was really more the the emotional battle, to work through to the place that where your um, healthy mind started kicking in, right?
Yeah.
You started
Right.
trusting and you started seeing hope, or feeling and sensing hope that the journey was going to work. Okay. And that, and I'm going to speak to the crowd. Everybody, that's normal what Eryn experienced. I personally experienced that exact same thing. And I think that's when we live with a life of where our health hasn't been at a place that we've wanted it to for a significant period of time, we kind of get to a place where finding that hope that it's going to work takes a little bit longer. It's not, if you're not thinking diet, if you're thinking rest of your life, which we all should, you know, then that's a big leap of faith. What Eryn did, what I did, what so many of you out there are currently doing, is we're working in a way that we put that foundation of not only habits, but confidence solidly in place, which, yes, the physical changes, but really which is equally important is a healthy mind. And Eryn, I again, I'll go back. What you acknowledged and were so forthright about was it wasn't easy the first couple of months, but was it worth it?
100%. I would do it over 100 times. My life is totally different than it was a year and a half ago. It's
okay, so talk about that.
Amazing.
Talk about what's changed. That's I know, but I really want you to share what's changed.
Well, basically, I grew up in a household of 3 girls. We were always on the go. We were close in age, so we were all involved in sports and, all that. And so, of course, I grew up eating what was convenient, what was quick. I put on a lot of my weight when I was in high school, when I got my driver's license and I could, go through the drive-through and, all that. In college, and I was working 2 jobs. So it was more about convenience than health. By the time I was 19, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure, which, if a lot of you know, that's a very, very young age to be diagnosed. So, but I was in denial the entire time. And I went through a bunch of, weird fad diets, and, I tried everything. I tried exercise. And then I found Melissa, who I went to high school with. She was posting on Facebook, and I thought, why not? Why not, try it out? So I got on the phone with her and Matt, and the rest is pretty much history.
So tell us some of the bucket list things you've done since you rebooted yourself completely.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have bucket lists for when they, they think that they're, going to pass away, or they, have some sort of life altering, thing. So my bucket list was zip lining, which I did with my husband, which was amazing. And then skydiving was another one. And so I went skydiving recently with my sister-in-law, the most amazing thing I have ever done. And I will do it over and over again if I could. But of course I couldn't do that before when I was at my heaviest, because, you have to be a certain weight and you have to be proportionate. And so that was one of those things that I just could not do, with my old body. So, yeah, it was definitely worth it.
Well, I so enjoy your story, Eryn, because for everybody out there that's listening, for those of you that are at a place where you want to move in a direction to really make a difference, whether it's 10 pounds or 100 pounds, it really boils down to making the choice. And I'm not going to tell you that choice is easy for any of us. But the fact remains, the focal point is for all of us is how can we create an environment where we get to play the long game, get to a healthy place and play the long game. I have the pleasure of talking to Eryn. She's achieved her goal. and she's still working like I am every day, contending on creating optimal health in our life. And that's never going to change. And that's why this community and why being connected with others on the same path is so important. Right, Eryn?
Definitely. 100%.
Yeah. So for all of you that sat here and got to listen to Eryn's story today, thank you. For those of you that listen in, because I know the right people are going to hear this. Share this page with others. Reach out. It's okay. Our desired outcome for every single person that's part of this is that they would make a choice and choose to make a difference in their life for their health, because it opens doors, like for Eryn to go skydiving and or to go zip lining, or to play with their kids, or to go to Hawaii and put on a bathing suit and have fun, and all those things that are important for some, maybe not so important for others, but we all have our own personal things that drive our desired outcome. Lean into them. Anyway, happy Thursday, everybody. 11 days left till Christmas. Appreciate you being on here with all of us. And Eryn, you're wonderful. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you. Thanks, Matt.
You're very welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.